Alright, there it is. Just basically putting the edge on it now is about all I've got left to do, besides putting the handles on it, heating it up, quenching it, polishing it back up, stick it in the oven for a little bit, and that's pretty much all there'll be to it. I'm not a savvy person when it comes to knowing what type of grind that everything is. The grind that I put on it is that grind there. Maybe if someone can see it. It does everything that I like to do. It splits the wood that I need to split. It'll let me skin a few things if I need to. Not gonna put, I'm not a big feather stick type guy. I mean, that's just me. I mean, some people like to shave their hair off their arm with it. I mean, here's my theory on that. If it's going to shave your hair off of your arm, that means that thin blade at the very end of it, it's not going to chop wood very long either. But that's my theory. But let's get back to the video. Okay. Marked my holes. 1, 2, 3, and 4. I'm gonna leave this one and this one open. I'll put a pin here and I'll put a pin here. I'll get to drilling this here and I'll show you. Basically, I've just got my drill press set up. Just gonna make sure that I'm right in the center, and then I'll start drilling. So we'll give you a, well, first we might ought to plug this sucker here up. That's the cool thing about what I do. All the bloopers you get to see right now. So there she is. We'll get to drilling it. Pretty much all I'll be doing. Alright, there's the holes are. This one right here, that sucker was a tough one. Apparently the metal didn't heat up in that one spot. The rest of these zipped right through, just like the rest of this has been working out good. But that one right there, she put a hole on me. But we'll get back to some more in a minute. Alright, here's basically what I'm doing, just marking this out 4.5 inches long, and that's how long each piece is going to need to be. So if that one's 4.5, go to the other side. All this is oak cabinet trim, because I don't have high dollar scales. But that's pretty much it. I'll come back and I'll mark that, cut them off, then I'll put my knife into place where I want it, and then I'll mark the hole for each one of the scales, and then flip it over and do the same thing. I don't guess you can see any of this, can you? Anyway, that's what I'll pretty much do. Is once I get that piece set up where I want it, which if I can find right there, I'll just mark my holes and then I'll drill the holes, and then they should line up. Hopefully, if they don't, I'll be in doo-doo trouble. But anyway, once I get those on there, I'll come back with a belt sander and I'll put the pins in to kind of hold it, and then I'll just smooth and edge all that right there up just the same way I did till my handles are all on there. So we'll be back. I thought maybe somebody might need to know how I marked them. Basically, just lay it up there, because I've gave myself a little bit of extra working room. Just put it on like that, and I just took my marker, dabbed through the holes, and it gave me that. Knowing if that was that way, when I put the next one on, I need to flip it over so that I would know that I was right. And done the same thing. So now I've got that in there, so it's time for me to drill them out. So I'll be right back. Alright, now I got this big chunk of wood kind of semi-pressed into there. So I mean, it's in there. It's going to be loose until I glue it, but I don't want to glue it until I've done the final. Basically all I'm doing now is just shaping this up, and I'll show you a brief of how I do it. Alright. Well, first we might do some good to turn this sucker on.